has seen some classic races and indelible racing moments. The winner here in Anaheim won the season opening round of the Supercross Lites West Coast title chase goes to Ryan Dungey. Jake Weimer, here he comes, the winner in Phoenix. Checkered flag falls, and Jason Lawrence is gonna win his first main event. Oh, down he goes! Down goes Dungey!
With his first checkered flag in the Supercross Lites West Coast region goes Austin Struth.
Oh! And he makes contact with Bowers and gets run over by another rider, and off the track goes Villapono, and that's a serious hit.
Out to the outside, he's got a great drive, and he's right up alongside. Inside and down goes Villapono, right over the bike.
Trey Kennard makes it 3 in a row with this win at Daytona. Here they come. Oh! Down goes Grant, and Villapono wins a stunning race. One of these riders can add their name to the list of Supercross Lites winners in 2008. Monster Energy Supercross Canadian Lites is next on America's fastest network. Downtown Toronto is where you'll find the Rogers Center right at the base of the CN Tower. And tonight it's Monster Energy Supercross Canadian Lites. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen alongside former Supercross Series champion Jeff Emick. This is our only trip north of the border this year with the Lites racers, but not everybody is here that you normally see in the East and West Coast Championships. So Jeff, it's a great opportunity for another rider and another team to get on the top step of the podium.
Definitely. We've had some of the U.S. riders up here. We have a small handful, but a majority of the riders are going to be Canadian Lites riders that are hoping to gain that experience riding a full-fledged Supercross track. But tonight, the track is very difficult. The soil and the consistency is going to make the track tough. So they're really going to have some challenges ahead of them, but they're going to leave tonight with some great experience.
Well, let's show you what the track looks like in our MX versus ATV Untamed track map.
Well, we're going to have a nice long start straight, but outside of that, it's going to be very difficult. They've had to flatten some jumps because actually some of the dirt was frozen and the moisture was coming out. We'll go into that later, but the track's going to be very rutted, very soft, and it's going to change each and every lap. So the rider that makes the least amount of mistakes is going to be the winner.
Well, the opening ceremonies are over. The lights are back on inside the Rogers Center. And here's our 4-1-1 for our Canadian Lites competition tonight. 2 heats, top 9 going straight to the main. We'll have one last chance qualifier, which gives us the final 4 riders for our 22-rider, 15-lap main event. Before we go racing, let's head back down to the floor of the arena. Here's Aaron Bates for a Progressive Direct pre-race report.
Well, when you guys think about traveling north across the border into Canada, you probably think of snow. But what the riders didn't anticipate is that the track that they're going to be racing on tonight is still thawing out. The dirt that I'm standing on this track, all of this dirt has been stored outside of the stadium all winter long, and this is the first time it's felt some more inside the Rogers Stadium. Take a look at just how spongy this track actually is right here. You can expect that the ruts are going to be extremely deep. Every single lap is going to change, which means the rider is going to have to adapt to the conditions. Tonight's key, limit the amount of mistakes, because it's going to be all about survival.
Wow, Jeff, that looks crazy down there.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The track is so soft, loose. It's got this nice mulch, but it is going to be extremely difficult for these riders.
And a lot of names that maybe you haven't heard of before when it comes to Lites competition.
Definitely. We have just a whole lineup of the top, Canadian Lites riders. You'll see the name scroll across the top there. And this is going to be a real challenge for these riders because they don't ride on a Supercross of this magnitude throughout the year.
Of course, there are a handful of Lites guys you will recognize. For example, in this heat, we're going to see Matt Boni is out here. Kyle Keylon is out here. A fair number of guys you'll recognize as well. Here we go, heat 1. The 596 of Zach Ames out of Prospect, Ohio, got the Holeshot. But then it looked like he got bumped out. There's the 109 of Boni.
Boni's actually sitting in second. His teammate, Keylon, did a little bumping in that first turn and came away with the lead here on the first lap. He's made a couple of big mistakes on his way, but right now he's got a 2 or 3 bike lead.
Making our way through the whoop section, first time. There you see the 133 machine. That's Colt Humphrey out of Morris, Oklahoma.
And this is the best you will see the track all night. They just got through working on it. They prepped the track with the dozers and all the other heavy equipment to make it all nice. It looks perfect now. By the end of this race, the ruts are going to be tremendous coming onto the start line here, and especially through the rhythm sections.
Checking out the battle for fourth. One of the riders in there, the 873, Jack Carpenter. Ryan Lockhart on the number 9 KTM having some issues. That's that orange bike. And watch a couple of Hondas battling it out here. That's that 133 machine of Humphrey. They're fighting over third position. The riders in green scrolling across the top of the screen are the ones that hold those top 9 transfer positions. Nice move there in the fight for fourth.
Definitely nice executed block pass. That's Brady Sheren.
Yeah, and he's coming up inside the rider out of British Columbia.
He's absolutely pounding his way to the front right now. Look, this is the first lap, Ralph, and the finish line berm is completely rutted, like there's been tons of practice on it all day. That was a pretty aggressive riding going here by Sheren.
Back to the front of the field as we reach the halfway point of this 6-lap heat. And we've got a battle for the lead. Keylon and Boni. Boni on the 109, Keylon on the 71 holds the top spot for now.
Now Boni gets out of the line. He was following in behind, and you see how Boni just barely making that rhythm section and pulls off the lead.
Forced Keylon wide. Keylon just looks like he's having a hard time finding his rhythm, and Boni takes advantage of it.
Well, Boni takes advantage of deteriorating track conditions. When he got that podium at Daytona this year, which was the wettest, muddiest race I've ever witnessed. Watch Boni. See, Boni paces that on the inside and still makes the block pass on his teammate there, Keylon. Keylon just really took a wide line and left the door wide open.
Yeah, you actually have to have a racetrack to have deteriorating track conditions. In Daytona, we just had a swamp.
Yeah, it was a swamp. But here tonight, the soil has really been the talk of the day. There was actually a 5th jump before this triple. It's basically non-existent now. Look at Boni. He goes outside, really squares up. So does Keylon. And what you do is you end up jumping those doubles, and you go rut to rut to rut to get to the finish. And it's extremely difficult if you don't take off properly, you don't know, if you don't land straight in another line, it gets extremely difficult to keep that bike, keep the momentum going forward.
And Davey Frazier on the 23's had problems. So did the track workers.
So did the track workers, and they just barely got out of the way. He jumped right in the middle of those 2 lanes. No problems for Boni right now. He looked extremely aggressive at the beginning of this race. He's one of the taller riders out there. And it seems like on a night like tonight with these ruts, he is really riding aggressive and using that height to his advantage.
Here's a battle a little deeper in the field. This is over fourth. Levi Kilbarger and Zach Ames fighting it out.
Ames to the inside.
Top 9 transferring, so both of these riders hold transfer tickets right now.
Both these riders are riders that we see down in the United States in the Lights series there. A lot of the top factory stars in the Lights class are not here, the points leaders, all that. So it's a great opportunity for these riders to come into these heat races, get these good finishes, and gain their confidence, and hopefully take that back to the remaining races in the East or the West, whichever division they're in.
And both both of these riders out of Ohio, so they've probably seen each other quite a bit on their way up through the ladder system.
Probably not the first time they've traded paint.
Probably not. Here's Boni. Matt Boni on the 109 out front. Took the lead at the halfway pointer in that area. And now on the final lap here inside the Rogers Center. Battle for second now. And Sheeran continues his march to the front. The rider out of British Columbia on the Suzuki, the yellow machine, taking over second place and opening up a good lead over Keylon already.
He has marched up to second here like some sort of soldier. He has just completely devastated every rider as he went by, just kind of pounded his way through.
But Keylon better hope this lap hurries up and ends, because he's about to fall further back. Checker flag is on its way for Matt Boni. Goes inside the big rut, takes a checkered flag to win Heat 1 here in Toronto. Boni's headed to the main, we're headed to break.
A hunter in West Virginia used it.
Dome here in Toronto, now it's the Rogers Center. Results from heat number 1 will send 9 riders to the main event, from Matt Boni down to Ben Ritter. Pierce Chamberlain is going to get a look at the last chance qualifier tonight. Let's go down and meet Matt Boni, who's with Aaron.
Well, Matt Boni celebrating his very first heat race victory. Matt, obviously overwhelming for you, but you've also been up on the podium. What does this race mean to you, racing up in Canada?
It's good. It's a good momentum builder for tonight. You know, the heat race pays good, but the main event pays, and that's what I want.
How difficult is this track out here tonight?
It's very difficult. Just like Daytona, we're at podium. It's going to be a tough and endurance race, and that's where I excel at.
See if Matt Boni, see if he's going to excel here tonight.
Here's our Toyota moving forward schedule of upcoming Supercross Lites competition for you. 3 more rounds of great East Coast action from Dallas, Detroit, and St. Louis. And then we get to wrap up that very intense West round. That title will come down to the final event in Seattle. Of course, you'll see that right here on Speed as well. Check out the new SpeedTV.com, the one-stop shop for motor racing news, results, commentary, bike news, reviews, and video only Speed can deliver. Log on to SpeedTV.com today. The only place you'd see Canadian Lites Supercross action is right here on Speed. We'll have more of it for you when we come back.
Sunday, NASCAR.
Unexpected that one rider would dominate the early rounds of the series. Very few can honestly say that Honda's Trey Canard would be that rider. Trey Canard wins the heat, wins the main in his first appearance on a Supercross race. Coming to the checker flag in his second Supercross Lites East Coast race, he's 2 for 2.
The pressure is all on myself, and I just want to go give it 200% every time.
While the Oklahoman Canard was establishing himself as a legitimate superstar, the rider everyone expected to dominate was having his problems. The 2008 Supercross campaign was not going as Ryan Villopoto had planned. After a wild win at Daytona, Canard came into the Minneapolis round with 3 wins to start his career. But at the Metrodome, Ryan Villopoto finally found the form everyone was expecting from the Kawasaki rider.
Down goes Brandon Villopoto, wins a stunning race.
I started the season not very good with the DNF, and now I'm finally back up here on the box in the number 1 spot.
With 3 rounds left in the Lites East season, can Canard hold off a rejuvenated Ryan Villopoto? All of the action can be seen right here, only on Speed. The East Coast Championship will be an exciting finish. Right now we're back inside the Rogers Center as we get ready for more of the Canadian Lites action. The KTM juniors are having a great time out on the racetrack. These little guys and gals having an exciting time on their KTMs, something that the folks at KTM do at each and every round of Monster Energy Supercross. Let's take a look now at the highlights of heat number 2. Like the 404 of Tyler Medaglia is going to get the Holeshot, but then that's going to change shortly thereafter. Looks like Skinner.
It's actually Cunningham with the lead there, Ralph.
Yeah, I thought it was 56. Actually, it's 58.
Teammates, hey, they all look the same.
Yeah.
You can see it now. finish line turn, just how deep those ruts are getting, and then it makes that finish line jump, which is actually a pretty basic jump. It's not that far, but for these Lites bikes, this soil and those deep, soft ruts really pull the whole horsepower out of the engine and makes a simple obstacle very difficult.
That's Browning on that yellow Suzuki right there on the 156. Battling, trying to get inside of Skaggs here as they fight over fourth.
These riders are racing pretty hard here. Looks like Browning got a front wheel on him.
Cuts him off and takes the position away. That'll move Browning up to fourth.
Got to get the rear wheel too. That's the front wheel doesn't mean a lot. Once the rear's passed,
Make a good look at those ruts as they come over that finish line jump. Cunningham on the 58 has had some issues here while leading heat number 2. Watch this, Jeff.
comes up just down the right-hand side of these tough blocks. Catches that Makita one, actually rips the tough block off.
Medaglia going right by him on the 404. So a change of position now at the top of the field.
And it's not too often that a rider lands on a tough block but doesn't end up on his head. Cunningham really doing something special to keep that bike on 2 wheels.
Oh, and he comes firing by on the outside over Medaglia to retake the lead. Cunningham, and he definitely closed up some ground. Inside, oh, he stands him up.
Can he make the double? That finish line jump.
He lost a lot of ground there, though, Jeff. Well, it's working out pretty good for Cunningham right now. Through the whoops for the final time in this second heat. Where you belong, at the top. Next stop for him, the finish line jump on the checkers for Cunningham as Kyle Cunningham wins heat number 2. Well, that's the end of the highlights for heat number 2, and Craig De Silva takes the biggest win of his young career as he grabs a checkers and styles it over the finish line in the KTM Juniors. We're coming right back. Ontario, Canada, that's the CN Tower. Skies high above the Rogers Center. Inside the Rogers Center, the racing action continues with the Canadian Lites. Ralph Shaheen, Jeff Emig, and Aaron Bates with you here. Well, we've already taken a look at how the East Coast region is shaping up. The West still has another round to go. Let's show you the West Coast recap. As the West season began, Suzuki's Ryan Dungey established himself as the man to beat for the title, taking 2 of the first 3 races. And Ryan Dungey wins his second West Coast Series race of 2008. San Francisco would prove to be a turning point. Yamaha's Jason Lawrence would earn his first career Lites victory and begin his charge to the top of the standings, while Dungey's season would take a drastic turn for the worse. Oh, there's a mistake, a huge one. Oh, Dungey's down. Dungey's down and Hahn is down on the 99. Oh, down he goes! Down goes Dungey! And Jason Lawrence has done it! He's won San Diego!
I was 30-some points down, and Dungey has just been throwing it away for himself, so it's going to take a small disaster for me to lose this title now.
With Jake Weimer and Austin Stroop also collecting wins out west, anything can happen as the series heads to the final race in Seattle, Washington. You can see the West Region finale right here on Speed, Saturday, May 3rd, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, here in Canada, we just wrapped up heat number 2. Taking a look at the next 9 riders that are moving on. From Kyle Cunningham down to Dane Marsack, making his debut here in the Supercross Lites Canadian version. Logan Martin, however, is going on to the last chance qualifier. Let's go meet Kyle Cunningham, who's with Aaron.
Kyle Cunningham having a wild ride out there, off the track, then back on the track, losing the lead and then regaining it. Kyle, what does this heat race do for not only your confidence but momentum going into Seattle?
I got a great start. I came into the corner and someone was in front of me. They came in a little hot, and I held on to the inside and was up front. I made some mistakes, like had to roll the finish line and went off the track and somehow got back up front. So, you know, I didn't ride as solid as I could, so that's something I'm going to work on, cut out the mistakes, and hopefully just run up front the whole moto next time.
It's been a while since we see you, but great to see you back.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, with the heat races wrapped up, we've got 4 spots left for our main event. They'll come out of the last chance qualifier. Let's take a look at the highlights now from the LCQ. The 831 gets the Holeshot. That's Ryan Smith out of Axton, Virginia. Let me tell you something, coming from that far outside of the gates, the shortest trip he's made so far this weekend. He came all the way from Virginia. Oh, 2 riders off.
3 riders down.
And they're still piling in.
And I don't know who that was in the red, but that was like a rodeo move. You can see we're only going to take 4 riders from this last chance qualifier. Who is that? They just jumped right past.
I think that was Chamberlain. No, it's 23 of Frazier. Down goes the 566 of Logan Martin out of West Virginia. We were watching Kyle Keast. There he is on the 38, battling with Chamberlain on the 15.
Nice move, Keast. He really got on wrong side.
Oh, Chamberlain's off course. Checkered flag falls. Smith, Frazier, Keast, and Chamberlain are all going on to the main. The field is set, and the main event is up next when Speed, the home of the lights, returns to the Rogers Center.
Thursday, the unforgettable season finale of Setup.
The Rogers Center here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Now you can get the latest race results and news right on your phone with weekly green alerts from Speed. Text KX to 773333 on your mobile phone to receive free motorcycle racing text alerts. Speed Green Alerts presented by Kawasaki. Hi everybody, once again I'm Ralph Shaheen alongside Jeff Emmett, getting set to get to the main event here tonight in Toronto. But let's talk a little bit about what's going on back in the States. We got to wrap up the East and the West Coast Championship. And Jeff, let's begin with the East. There's 3 rounds left to go there.
3 rounds left, and Trey Canard really has got a solid points lead at 24. You know, he can get up a 3rd or 4th each race if Villapoto and the other riders win and still wrap this thing up. I don't think Canard's going to be happy with that, but Canard's got a pretty good cushion there.
Well, the points are a lot tighter in the West region. There's 1 round left to go from Quest Field up in Seattle, and I think there really almost anything can happen. It's Jason Lawrence and Ryan Dungey battling for it, but if they have a problem, Jeff, that opens the door for somebody else to slip through.
Yeah, this championship in the West is really tight. Jason Lawrence really is in the driver's seat, but just as we seen earlier in the year when Dungey had all the momentum and then it swung Lawrence's way, it could very easily, during this long break that they've had, change back. So Dungey, I think, has been really good here during this break. Lawrence has been going through a lot of testing and practicing. All the pressure is on Lawrence to win this thing and to not finish that 4th or 5th and let Dungey win the race and win the overall.
It's going to be a thriller to see. Of course, all those races will be seen right here on Speed. Before we drop the next gate, let's check in with Aaron.
If the name Marsack rings a bell, it's because you're used to seeing the number 66 of Jake Marsack racing in the Supercross class, but tonight it's all about his younger brother, the number 210 of Dane Marsack, making his debut here in the AMA Pro Racing, the Supercross Lites class. He's extremely nervous. He said if he actually makes it into the main event, then he's already exceeded his goal. He said anything from this point on is icing on the cake, but his dad, Jim, is working double time this weekend, being the mechanic not only for Jake, but Dane as well. I'm not sure who is more nervous at this point. His dad said, I'm trying to keep him calm, I'm trying to keep him cool, but he's the one with all the butterflies tonight.
Well, there's a look at him at the line, ready to go. And Jeff, do you remember being at the line as we take a look at our 411 for the start of your first main?
Well, yeah, and I actually had my older brother Brian. We raced in a couple races together as pros, so know that feeling.
22 riders for 15 laps, main event. Progressive starting grid scrolling across the top of the screen. There's a 30-second board. Getting ready to go here in Toronto. Canadian Lights in action. opportunity for somebody to steal some of the bright lights from the lights division.
And all these riders, they are definitely wanting that hole shot right now. This is all they're thinking about.
To the 831 machine, Ryan Smith.
From way on the outside, Smith just really swept the outside.
But he's slipping back already. He's going to lose his spot now to the 412. That's Levi Kilbarger. Quickly into the lead.
From some of the DNA Honda boys here at the red and yellow. Some of the favorites in this race, Boni and Cunningham, who won the heats.
Well, the lead swapped, and then it's going to change again. It looks like the 56 out front is Shaun Skinner. This one's going to be a wild affair. You just get that feeling, don't you?
Oh, most definitely. And as the race goes on, the track is just going to be so treacherous. You see Smith hanging right in there with that great start. Our heat winners, Boni and Cunningham, are 4th and 5th. That's Boni, the 109 in the middle of your screen, and Cunningham, his teammate, working his way up into 3rd.
And look at them just floundering through those rhythm sections, Jeff.
Yeah, well, it looks like floundering from here, but it is so difficult, and these riders are extremely talented in what they do, and it's more than physical to be out there battling like this, coming through the other riders.
Here's your race leader. Here comes a fight inside that top 5. Oh, aggressive riding, and down he goes. That was the 831 as Smith getting knocked off his bike and into the tough blocks.
Look who's up front. One of the here's the replay. Watch Boni. He tags him there, just basically punts him off the track. That great start was all for nothing because now he's out.
Here's a look at it again.
And you know what happened is he pulled the tear off, and Boni came in hard and just bumped him into the tough blocks. What a tough break.
Now there's our race leader Skinner on the 56. All the action taking place behind him. He's in the best spot you can be in. He can just ride smooth and not make any mistakes. He'll be in great shape. Problems for Carpenter.
Watch the teammates here. This is Cunningham on the right. He jumps off the side of the track, rides down the tough blocks, just lays the bike over. That was as he was making a pass on his teammate for the lead. Here's that same section as Skinner comes through nice and steady. Skinner hasn't even been close to the podium in Lights Supercross, so right now he's in unfamiliar territory, and this is a track that promotes the rider to make a lot of mistakes.
Second place is Boni on the 109.
Boni has been so aggressive tonight on this rutted track. We've seen him in the heat race really have a fantastic ride. Right now, he's a little over 2 seconds behind his teammate, Skinner.
Sheren on the 611, the yellow bike, the Suzuki, in a three-way battle over 3rd.
And Sheren was that rider in that heat race that was just on the gas, and he worked his way up, just as he's done in this main event, worked his way to the front of the pack. And he's not afraid to let it hang out. He's a very exciting rider to watch.
He's on the 134. That's that white Yamaha. He sits in 4th. And with him is the 412 of Kilbarger.
And Kilbarger's on the inside.
Got him.
Beat gives the position up. See these riders really fighting for that short line on the inside.
third of the way through this main event here in Toronto.
Yeah, and you think the track is deteriorated now, wait till lap 15. It'll be almost unrideable.
Remember, not a points race for the Lites class, so guys just riding for pride and bragging rights here. And a little money.
Well, we know there's a lot of pride with these Canadian riders and the Canadian fans, and so the Canadian gets up on the podium, fans are really going to let them know how proud they are of him.
Well, even for the guys that might have made the trip up that run the East Coast Lites, for example, it's still a great opportunity to get yourself on top step of a podium on TV and great exposure for your sponsor.
Yeah, definitely. And our top Canadian rider here tonight is right on that.
Oh!
Third position on the podium.
Trouble there for the 412 of Kilbarger. Beaton trying to do everything he can to capitalize on it. Got him.
Another mistake there. Kilbarger just lost his momentum. It really appears that mistake after the finish line now. Another one coming down that first rhythm section. And he really has lost his focus and his concentration. Needs to regroup, take some deep breaths. And look at this. That's the 109.
Yeah, he's slipping back.
Well, I don't know if he's slipping back. The 134 is really moving forward.
Boni hasn't been running as well as he has. His body went down, Jeff, and has lost a lot of ground. So he is definitely slipping back into the clutches of Beaton, but now he's trying to find his rhythm again. Here's what happened to Boni.
Okay, here's the deal. Boni's at the top of your screen here. You see he goes for a bit of a wild ride, just keeps the bike inside of the top box, but lays it over. You can see he's still rebounded fairly quickly. He only lost one position there, but halfway through this race, definitely lost some momentum towards racing towards the front.
That one spot that he lost went to Brady Sheren from Surrey, British Columbia. Now rider on the 611 having a great ride here in Toronto. Rider out of Stuart, Florida, leading as a battle for second. Starts to heat up as well. There's Skinner. And it looks like Boni has caught and passed Brady Sheren in the battle over second. So Boni, who had crashed, lost the spot to Sheren, remounts his bike and retakes the position.
Here's the pass. You see Boni just really got on the binders hard. It just outcharges Sheren through here. Remember, this is where Boni took that position from Smith on the first lap of the race, put him in the cheap seats.
Look at Sheren coming back in the yellow bike, in the yellow, white, and blue riding gear. And that's Beaton closing in on Sheren.
Closing in, Beaton just takes the position from Sheren. Beaton putting on a fantastic ride here. 3/4 of the way through this main event. He's actually reeled in Matt Boni. He has really picked up some time. Our leader is turning a 105. Beaton at a 106.
Oh, down goes Beaton. Just like that, things can change so fast on a racetrack like this.
What an incredible effort that Beaton was giving us, and all the fans here in Canada out of Surrey, British Columbia, the fans are really spurring him on to get up onto that podium. Just gave it a little too much there at the end of the whoop section.
All for not now, as he's got to work his way back up again.
Watch him, he's throttled up and he comes into this double and just grabs a handful, launches the bike, kind of flattens it out a little bit. Watch right here, watch how the bike just really just launches out away from him. He did not want to jump that far. Still an incredible effort, I'm really proud of him.
It's been a good ride, but it'll be a frustrating one now. 6 laps to go. Meanwhile, our leader, Skinner, out front.
No problems at all for Skinner. Look how treacherous that final turn is there. The ruts are just deep, and Skinner was actually taking a high line and then cutting back down across as to not stay in the deep ones. Skinner really riding a smart race right now. He's never won a Lites Supercross main event.
His lead over Boni, just over 9 seconds. Let's go back and take a look at the progressive Holeshot replay.
Watch from the top of your screen. Riders really bunched up on the inside and just sweeping around the outside. Straight to the line.
Fight for third. That looks like Skinner there.
That's Cunningham moving his way past.
Cunningham, yeah, actually Cunningham
Sheeran.
At 56 and 58 sure can be confusing, can it?
Well, especially on a night like tonight where there's just so much roost and Canadian dirt there up on the front number plate. Makes it difficult to see.
Well, we definitely know the 6'11" is Sheeran.
And if you think it's bad for us, how is it for the riders out there? This is a tough track tonight. And I believe Sheeran, as he pulls the tear off there with his left hand, I believe he's out of gas, as they say. He looks to be really falling off the pace here just in this one lap.
Beaton, by the way, fell all the way back to 11th as he tries to work his way up through.
Kilbarger now is actually closing in on Sheeran also. Kilbarger riding maybe a little more of a steady race, and Sheeran was really strong there in the beginning. Really put out a big effort.
Well, this is the hardest part of a race like this for the guys that don't get the opportunity to do this as much as guys like Skinner and Cunningham, Jeff, and that's the fact that you have so much adrenaline pumping early on. It's hard to manage that in a race like this your first time out.
Yeah, and you notice Skinner's pit board there from his mechanic said keep his head down. That's just to keep focused on what's going on here. Skinner's put on a great ride here. So demanding mentally to navigate the bike through these ruts, through the different riders, all of the obstacles in the way. Ooh, that was close to getting, he was spun a little bit out of that first turn, jumped a little bit to the left. You also want to keep this bike right in the middle of the track at this point. You don't want to get too close to those obstacles, or to the tough blocks on the outsides.
Well, in a situation like this, the guy you're working your way past can cross right in front of you, and that'd be the end of it.
And that was a huge mistake by Skinner there as he split the lap riders. He had a huge panic ram over that triple jump. I'm sure that's going to get the heart rate going. Things like that with only 3 to go, this is when it mentally starts to wear on you, and Skinner's thinking, I got this, I can win this, I can win this. And the real challenge, Ralph, is to keep the negative thoughts from entering your mind, is to keep positive. That's what the message is on the pit board is for from your mechanic, is to keep the positive thoughts flowing.
12-second lead. 2 to go.
One little mistake could erase that 12-second lead real quick, but you got to give it to Shaun right now. He has really put in a solid ride on a night when it's very tough to do that. Tough to execute a perfect race, and Skinner's on his way. With only a little less than 2 laps to go.
Skinner just working his way around, trying so hard not to make that mistake.
And I'm telling you, we have to give it up for this team here. These riders, Skinner, Boni, Cunningham, all 3 riders are teammates. They all ride the Light Series down in the United States. They came up here and have really put on an impressive show for all of the fans in Toronto.
Skinner had 1 start on the West, finished 21st at Anaheim 1. It's a huge turnaround for him here.
Definitely. It's a great feeling anytime you're in these stadiums like this and there's 50,000 fans here cheering you on, and everything that's visual, and then also what you can hear from the fans as he nears the finish line, as they start to raise their level and appreciation for the great effort that he's put in. This is a good feeling that Skinner's got going, but he knows that he has to keep it focused. He's got a little more than half a lap to go. This track is not easy.
Pinking his way around, watching, hoping none of the slower riders has a mistake in front of him.
Just tiptoeing his way through. You see him not even completing all the doubles. He's going to go through the whoop section here, nice and steady. Comes past the mechanics area.
21st at Anaheim 1. And now about to win here in Toronto. Skinner makes his way to the checkered flag and takes the win inside the Rogers Center. Shaun Skinner picks up a huge win in the Canadian Lites Challenge here in Toronto.
I have overwhelming urges to compete. I need to win, no matter what.
Oh, the hotel high above the floor here. Shaun Skinner picking up a huge win for his career. Matt Boni and Cunningham rounding out the top steps of the podium. And we go down now to that podium where we get to meet a very excited, I would assume, Shaun Skinner.
He is very excited indeed. In fact, I think a little bit beside himself as he celebrates his very first Supercross Lites victory. Shaun, coming across the line, did you expect to take this victory home tonight?
No, I definitely didn't. It's been kind of a rough West Coast season, and I just came in with no pressure, and it worked out good.
What does this win mean to you?
Oh, it means so much. I can't even believe it. I really did it, so it's huge.
Take us through the pass that took place out there.
I had an outside gate, and I just didn't have the greatest jump, but I came through and just rode a good, calm race, and I got through.
Congratulations on a sweet success.
Thanks a lot.
Well, the great season of Lites competition will wrap up in Las Vegas. We'll be at Sam Boyd Stadium the first weekend in May. It'll be the Davy Coombs Sr. Memorial East-West Shootout. Should be a great night of competition. If you can't join us in Vegas, make sure you catch it on Speed. Let's go back down to second place.
Well, Matt Boni, he won his heat race earlier on this evening, but now you're up here second place on the box. Matt, what does this one mean to you?
It means a lot. I think I could have won it if I could have stayed up, but everybody had the chance to fall, and I was one of them. So, I'm really happy with how the night went, though. I came out good, and I got second. I'm happy.
Take us through. You had a couple of mistakes out there. How were you able to overcome them?
I didn't get quite as good a start as I wanted to, and that was mistake number one. And they didn't seem to compound after that. I ended up washing out, losing my front end, but I'm really happy. I put my head down, I never quit charging. That's all I can ask for.
What does this mean to you heading back across the line? What does it do for your confidence?
It helps me out a lot. This is my second podium of the year, and I was left without a ride at the end of the year. And to get this, I really can't thank Butler Bros enough for giving me a chance and taking a risk on me. 2008
season is looking up for Matt Boni.
Well, we got some more racing for the 2008 season, too. Here is our Toyota moving forward schedule of Lites competition you'll see here on Speed. 3 more East rounds, Dallas, Detroit, and St. Louis. Those are all in domes. Then we go back outside in Seattle to wrap up that hotly contested West Championship. Should be thrilling. Let's go back to our own Canadian, Aaron Bates.
Well, Kyle Cunningham said that he wanted to get back into the racing spirit, and he did just that. Kyle, you're up here on the box. What does this mean to you, and what does it do for you heading back down to get back to Seattle in the West Coast Series?
It was a good ride. I rode as hard as I could. I went down when I was in second, like the second lap, and it's not what I wanted. I made the mistake, but I kept my bike running, got up as quick as I could, and pushed as hard as I could back to the front and ended up third. My bike was running good for us, and all the guys, my mechanic Paul, did a great job on it, and I got us up here on the box. It's not what I wanted, but I'll take it.
Well, guys, the track deteriorated through the night, but this team definitely pulled through.
Check out the all-new Speed Swag Store. Look your best with our brand new top-quality merchandise, including Speed polos, jackets, hats, and t-shirts. You're one of the first people to sport the all-new Speed look. Check it out today at speedtv.com, keyword swag. Well, Jeff, the Canadian Lites Challenge is wrapped up, and we've got a new Lites guy on the top step of the podium.
Well, what a fantastic ride for Shaun Skinner and his teammates. Boni and Cunningham really coming up here and gaining that confidence, that they can use once they go back to the East and West series.
Well, the DNA team sweeps the podium. For Aaron Bates and Jeff Emming, I'm Ralph Shaheen. So long from Toronto.